Why do I hold XRP? Because Ripple's the chosen one to lead the new global digital payment system, and they use XRP. In 2013, the Federal Reserve began looking for faster payments options. 2 years later, an action plan was born and a federal payments task force was created. It included one company focused on crypto, Ripple. In 2014, the World Bank and Better Than Cash Alliance, which includes the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Clinton Global Initiative, and the governments of 32 countries, put out a report called The Opportunities of Digitizing Payments. 1 year later, the Better Than Cash Alliance featured one crypto company on their website, Ripple. Today, Better Than Cash Alliance and all other UN initiatives are focused on a single agenda, the Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. You can see the SDGs logo on Bill Gates' lapel, world-leading companies, the Better Than Cash Alliance website, and on the UN's official exchange, Exchange. What crypto is Exchange officially utilizing for their carbon credit solution? XRP. The world will move to a new international standard for exchanging electronic messages between financial institutions by 2025 called ISO 20022. Who was the first ISO 20022 member focused on distributed ledger technology? Ripple. Who's partnered with over 300 financial institutions, including Bank of America, American Express, PNC, Santander, SBI, HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank, Bank of England, India, Singapore, Scotland, Australia, and Indonesia, the largest banks in Japan, Canada, Egypt, the Middle East, United Arab Emirates, Thailand, Morocco, Bhutan, South Korea, Brazil, and Latin America? Ripple. Who is a former employee overseeing the Federal Reserve? Ripple. A former employee overseeing the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock's digital asset division? Ripple. Leading Australia's CBDC effort? Ripple. Who hired a former Treasury of the United States? Ripple. 2 former Federal Reserve attorneys to their board? Ripple. 2 former Clinton and Obama advisors? Former Minister of Defense and Economics of Germany? Former business director at Swift? Former Swift board member? Former CFO of PayPal? Former head of the DTCC? Former chief business officer at Uber? Former VP of Amazon and former SEC chair on their legal team? Ripple. Who's a member of the Digital Pound Foundation, Digital Dollar Project, Digital Euro Association, Mojaloop, IMF's high-level advisory board on fintech, Hyperledger Blockchain Consortium, Open Payments Coalition, Faster Payments Council, Global Payments Steering Group, Cross-Border Working Group, International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications, Crypto Climate Accord, University Blockchain Initiative, World Wide Web Consortium, and a featured partner of the World Economic Forum with 3 members of their team directly listed on the WF website? Ripple. Now, does Ripple and XRP sound like they're going to disappear, or do they sound like they're part of a much bigger plan? You decide.
For a while, we've been stating this. Mike Cornwell's been mentioning this too. Like he put out a little thing about JASMY, and it was talking about Binance manipulation. That's just one of many examples, you guys. I do agree. They do lie to you. Who is they? It says once in a lifetime opportunity. They want you out. Who are these people? Let's give you an example of who these people are. If anything, if this doesn't prove manipulation, I don't know what will prove manipulation. Glenn Beck is featured on here. Let's just let it speak for itself. We'll play it. We'll hear Will fix his thoughts here in a bit. Here we go.
This is how the rich get richer. Yes. They know, they're connected. A lot of times they're coordinating without the insider trading. This is not illegal to do.
No, manipulating the news cycle, if you're smart about it, is they can get away with it. Nobody's ever been arrested for anything like this.
So now with crypto, I know personally, I know people that would have gotten in or stayed in if these people weren't saying what they're saying.
Right. And so this has really been extremely egregious. So on September 12th, Jamie Dimon says Bitcoin is a fraud. He says he'll fire any one of his traders buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin drops 24%. When Jamie Dimon speaks,
people listen.
People listen. So that weekend, we found out that the largest buyer of a Bitcoin fund that's in Europe that buys physical Bitcoin, right? The largest buyer was Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan. And that's not illegal.
He says it's a fraud.
It says we fire anyone that buys it. Yes.
And at the same time, his company is buying it.
His company is buying it.
So it's just, I mean, so unethical.
Right.
All right. So to me, blatant manipulation.
Did you see the handwriting on that chalkboard?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, wasn't that
awesome? You want me to pull it up again?
Does your handwriting on the chalkboard look like that when you were an instructor?
I didn't use chalk. I was.
Did you have a whiteboard?
We had a whiteboard, and I had pretty decent writing for people could read it and stuff like that.
Cool.
And then I always encourage all our students to use the ebook because at the end of the day, I realize, kids, I put myself in the perspective of them. You don't want to come home and do a bunch of homework. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, look, we're here to learn. Prove to me you're willing to learn. Let's use the ebook, and it's all about Control F. And I always encourage Control F to everybody. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, what Beck talks about here. I mean, whether you're a fan of the guy or not, I think he's pretty much spot on some of this stuff. And this is where, when we get proper regulations, guys, that the days of the Wild West of crypto, not being volatile anymore, you won't have that. So you better believe these guys. Go ahead.
Yeah. This is a Control F.
Control F. That's funny.
This is them in control, and we're the ones effed.
There you go. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. It's freaking ridiculous.
Nah, we're bypassing that. We already own XRP.
Yeah, I know, but my thing is this, man. I mean, like even with the Jasmy thing, I mean, CZ, he did exactly what Glenn Beck was talking about here, where the reference to Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan. You create panic, then they buy on the fear. That's at the highest scale that there is. JP Morgans of the world and so on. I mean, in reality, CZ is not up to that caliber, really, if you think about it. But yeah, they do it all day, every day, and they will continue to do it. Any excuse they can get to do it, they're going to do it until what? Proper regulations come in. So if proper regulations come in, right, how can they keep doing it? They can't. So therefore, now we start seeing the big institutions start coming in, because they don't want to come into this space unless it is stable value. And now we're not talking about a 1-1 like stable coin, guys. Again, go back to the World Bank pamphlet brochure. It talks about specifically word for word Ripple's XRP, Stellar's XLM being global stable coins at a high value, not at $1. It has nothing to do with the dollar. So my thing is, crypto market in the future becomes the non-volatile market, high stable value. It will be a shift from stocks. I mean, when we look at meme coins, Will, it's like, for those are extremely volatile. Is the stock market in the future going to be that new volatile market? And if so, why would people want to still buy securities and stuff like that? I don't know.
I think tokenization will take over the stock market.
Well, that's what Larry Fink was kind of, mentioning and hinting at. Tokenization of stocks, bonds, securities, you name it, right? Real estate, anything. Real world assets, yeah.
You can tokenize a piece of real estate. Why couldn't I tokenize my guitar shop or my bonding company? Sell tokens and then pay people, out of the interest. If you can create a big enough interest, the money that you raise is how you pay the interest. It's almost like a Ponzi scheme. Because the money that comes in, out of that money, you're paying the people that are cashing out, or wanting interest, and the hope is to create a value where it continually grows. But it's so hard to create a publicly listed stock company, but man, you can tokenize in a minute.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, I agree. Let's double check. Go ahead.
Be cool. The future is going to be really cool.
Yeah.
As you know, we got a brother channel, and it's ran by MAXIMUSCRYPTO 2690. Maximus is a highly educated man, and he is our research analyst. He does deep diving. He's put something together for us for this particular channel. I want you to check it out. You can see the link at the top. It's either here or there. Check it out.